What's up guys, welcome back to another So Your Wife Wants You To, where we do what we can with what we have. Today I wasn't able to do that. I had to go buy a whole bunch of tools, and let me show you why. If you've seen in a recent episode, we had to fix the faucet. It was not turning well. Well, when I went to turn the water off, the shutoff valve started leaking, and it's 25 years old, so it's time to just change it out. I don't want to deal with leakage. Even if it stops leaking, man, it's just better to switch it out. Sounds like it could be a problem, like if you've never done plumbing before, like, ooh, this could be scary, but it's so easy if you just have the right tools. Let me show you what I use to do this job, kind of show you what's wrong, and then how to fix it. Should be pretty quick. Okay, so this is what was leaking. This is what you turn to turn the water off and on. And without trying to get the camera to get all the way around the corner there, you can just tell it's wet and it's dripping. So I've got towels down for now. It's a slow drip, but a slow drip over several weeks or months is going to be a big problem. So this is soldered in, which means we're going to get a pipe cutter. We're just going to cut that off. I've already turned the water off to the house. That's the first step. Take this off. This goes up to the faucet. This is going to be trash. Let's go see all the tools that we're going to use to get a new one going. Alright, so this is how we do it here. So this is the pipe cutter. This loosens up to the diameter of the pipe, and then it tightens back onto the pipe, and you twist it, turn it all the way around the pipe, twist it a little bit more, turn it all around the pipe, and pop, it'll just come off. Once you do that, we're going to take all the burrs off with this thing. A little brush, super stiff bristles on this brush. Then we've got the brand new quarter turn shut off. So that's off. And then I'm doing it with one hand here, but that's back on. That goes up to the faucet. This little piece is going to be trash because the faucet has one on it already. But you get the picture. And then this is the one part. If you're going to go and do this, make sure you get, if yours is threaded, you're going to have threads here. If your pipe is threaded. Our pipe, as you saw, was soldered on. So we have a nice smooth soldering thing. We also have, I like acid flux. This is a water-soluble flux. I guess it's going to work okay. It's all they had at the store I went to. And then this is your solder. This melts at a very low temperature, like 300 or 400 degrees, 400 degrees probably. So it's what we use to seal up the connection. And then propane. Get a good one of these. Don't buy the cheapest one. I bought the cheapest one, and it literally just, there's a clog in it. It stopped working. So this one is actually Burns-O-Matic. It's a good name brand. Good enough anyway. And so, yeah, Burns-O-Matic. So, yeah, get one that, it might cost you 12, 13 bucks, something like that, but this is a good one here. I also recommend getting flashlights that have these side lights. The more light you can have under here, the better, because it doesn't come with light under here. So flashlights, shop lights, anything you can get, the more light the better while you're working under here. And it's always good to have like little snipper tools and stuff like that. If you remember on a past video where this garbage disposal came down, we zip tied it up. Well, now I'm going to have to take it down to get to the water supply. So, never ends around here. Alright, now that the garbage disposal is dropped, we have a better shot at this thing. You can see the water just dripping out nice and slow, but it's it'll be devastating like a year from now when everything's moldy and nasty. So, and yeah, I've already tried twisting that screw there in the handle. It's like the little packing nut. Try to get that all nice and tight, but nope, not working. Time to replace it. Hey, who do you guys know who's a new homeowner? Because this would be a good video for them. Somebody who moved in, like maybe isn't a contractor or a plumber or anything like that. This would be a good one to show people. So go ahead and share it with someone who you might think could get some benefit out of this. It could save them a lot of money, man. Just like over the years, just being able to do simple stuff like this, it's really important, and it can really help people out. So just a thought. That's why I made this channel, is just to help people out. Like, I wish that I had this channel when I was growing up, getting my first house, because I was scared. If there was a drop of water, I was scared, like literally scared. Anyway, we got this off. Next is to cut it. I'll show you how that pipe cutter works. All right, you just got this. This is a 1/2 inch. It's typically what is in most households. We're just gonna cut it off. I'm gonna make sure I don't cut any of I want to get all that old solder off of there, so I'm going to cut it down like a 1/2 inch. Can't really see it on the video, but I'll kind of give you here's a good view here. Alright, so I'm tightening it up. Pretty tight, pretty tight. Circle it around a time or two. It's going to feel loose. Tighten it a little more. Circle it around. This feels loose again. Tighten it a little bit more. Circle it around. You get the picture. But I want you guys to see when it comes off, because we'll do it real time, because it really doesn't take that long, and it's like perfect. Circle it around. The water is off to the house, by the way, so no one can flush the toilet or wash their hands right now. Circle it around. I could edit the video. I'm not going to. I really want you guys to see how quick this goes. And it's off. Like, that's how well it works. So this is hot water supply. Next, we take a little brush. This is a deburring brush. This is specific to the size of this. This is a 1/2 inch. It only should go into a 1/2 inch pipe. Anything smaller won't work. Anything bigger, you won't be able to fit it in. We're just deburring it, getting all the stuff off of it. Get it nice and smooth. I like to use a little on the outside too. We'll use some sandpaper too. That's another thing I didn't tell you. Sandpaper. 220 grit will work. We're going to sandpaper around the outside of this. So the sandpaper is not to make things clean so much as to put little grooves in so that the solder will actually have a place to kind of hold on to. If it's perfectly smooth like glass, the solder will just kind of fall back off. So we want nice grooved. I'm going to go all the way around, see how it's getting shiny. It'll look clean, but really the point is, if you can see the lines, it's kind of grainy. Probably need to get my flash on here. Ooh, look at that. That's way better. So the point is, get those lines on there. And inside of this thing as well. See how I've already made it kind of scored? You want those scoring points. Next, get your flux and a brush. They make actual brushes in some cans of flux, but we don't have that right now. So it's easy to overdo it on flux. You don't need a whole lot. Just enough to coat the outside surface of this and the inside surface of your new Shutoff. Just like that. If it looks like there's some on there, there's plenty on there. That's all you need. Next, we put it on, position it how you want it, because this is it. Putting it on. So if I put it like that and my garbage disposal is right here, I'm going to have to recut it, redo everything. So make sure you think ahead. I'm going to put it over here so that I can turn it nicely, because the garbage disposal is like right here. One last little quick check. I want to make sure that this is actually the right size. I didn't actually try it. Make sure it screws on there, and it does. So we're good. Those are the kinds of mistakes I usually make. I'm like, oh, I know how to do this. Let me just put all this together and like connect everything perfectly. Oh, and then this will be like the wrong thread pitch. I'll be like, oh, okay, never mind. But not today. The next step, put your safety glasses on if they're not already, because we're going to be working with molten metal. Any splashes of that in your eyeball and you'll say, oh shoot, I wish I had my safety glasses on. Alright, get a nice little piece. We're going to just have a little straight piece like that. It's real bendy, you know, super bendy. Nice straight piece. Now we get out the propane. Have a squirt bottle, or better yet, a fire extinguisher handy in case. And we got dry towels right here, you know, so just keep that in mind. It's easy to have a small fire and put it out, but have something handy to make it happen if you need to. Now we just screw that onto there. Make sure this is off. It's righty tighty, lefty loosey, so we're righting it tight here. Just going to screw that on. The main trick is to get this thing super hot, and then quickly, before it cools off, just literally touch it. It'll touch it here, touch it around. As it's cooling off, it's going to melt this, and the cooling off process makes vacuum. You know, when things cool, they go, it's like a vacuum. So it's going to suck this liquid metal up into here, and it creates a perfect seal. The only trick is, you know, just try not to light anything on fire. All right, here we go. You gotta play with it. That's about how you want it, not too crazy. It should take about 15-20 seconds. I'm not going to edit the video. I want you to see how quickly it takes so that you're sold on the fact that this is really something you can do. I tend to put the heat on a little bit lower than some people do, and it goes a little bit slower, but I did my whole bathroom plumbing and I never had one leak. I just take it slow. I work in a corporate office for my 9-to-5 job, you know, so this isn't like something that I do all the time. So I just take it slow, and it seems to work. You'll know if this works because it'll either melt or it won't. If it melts, great. It's sticky, but it's not melting yet. We could maybe turn the heat up a teensy bit. I mean, literally just if you feel it moving and you've turned it up enough. See how that flame is kind of hugging? That's what you want. Right, it should be pretty good now. Oh yeah. So it's going. I want to make sure it goes around the back side. That should be good. And literally we're done. We're going to let it cool off. But that's it. You know, I'm not totally perfect. Yeah, there's drips of this stuff, but we do what we can with what we have on this channel. And that's how we get it done. So now we just hook everything up. Let me turn the flash off. We just hook everything back up and we're good. I'm going to put links in the description. Maybe even get some stuff for the person that you refer the video to. Might be a really cool like housewarming gift or Father's Day gift or even just birthday gift. Get them a kit like I have. Like I just went and bought all this stuff. A plumbing do-it-yourself kit. Link to the video, you know, maybe a few step-by-steps. But that's the kind of stuff that really, it helps people out, you know, like this is why I do videos. So I guess I'll go ahead and end it, but if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to subscribe, especially if you like seeing these kind of videos, just me working around the house, getting the honey-do list done. And I'll end it now. So get back to work and we'll see you on the next one.